This week, I came across a clip of Vice President Kamala Harris at an event where she was speaking to a room of people. And at the point where she was taking questions, an elderly gentleman stood up to speak to her and explained how his wife had recently died, but had left him a collection of badges from various political campaigns from over the years. The gentleman proceeded to explain how he had found one that he wanted to give the Vice President as something to keep her motivated. The pin read, "Those who believe it can't be done shouldn't get in the way of those who are doing it." Now, you may not feel like what you are doing right now is on the same scale as governing a country, especially not the one the size of the United States. But whatever you find yourself doing, you're still moving forwards. You're still operating in some of the strangest times we've faced as a global community. As we work steadily through week 3 of Virtual Uppingham, I wanted to take a few moments to talk about persistence and motivation. Because it can be difficult to remain motivated and persistent when you're sat staring at a laptop screen day after day. It can become difficult to find the things that make us smile, or find the good in our days. But in Paul's letter to the Galatians, he offers some insight on that. In chapter 6 of Galatians, Paul is addressing the subject of doing good to all people. But there is a particular verse that really stood out to me as I was reading it. "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." It isn't easy to see the light at the end of the tunnel right now. It seems like we are collectively walking towards a goal we just cannot see. The goal of being back together as a community, without bubbles, masks, or 2-meter gaps between us. You might feel trapped where you are, but right now you're also safe where you are. So the aim is like the one the Galatians had, to not become weary and to wait for the right time for us to harvest from our efforts. Our efforts just happen to take place over the internet at the moment. To persist and do the thing that some might think is impossible. If you've reached a point recently, or a long time ago now, where you feel worn out with the state of affairs, where maybe you're just feeling tired, I really do hope that you find something to keep you motivated, and I wish you all a really wonderful week.